You know what I'm saying? Make sure YouTube knows. Okay, YouTube knows. Okay. Argo is first, Rich. I already know. It was good, though. Argo and Rich was good. It was good. Dominique was good. I mean, first of all, this show is here for y'all to call in. So make sure y'all feel free to call in. But before I even start taking calls, I'll just put you on hold if you call right now. But I just wanted to go ahead and get off my chest that the offensive line was the main reason that game was so terrible. Clearly, offensive line. There was also a lot of bad momentum plays, like the Steven Sims muff punt that led to a Cardinals easy touchdown. That's what sent it to 14-0. You know what I'm saying? So it was a lot of little things. The offensive line was just terrible. The offensive line was the worst part of anything that we did. That's why it took Haskins so long to get going. That's why it seemed like it took so long for the receivers and the running backs to get going. The offensive line was terrible. And to be completely honest, when Brandon Sheriff left, the offense didn't change. It didn't get much worse. If anything, they played better overall. I don't know if like somebody fired them up. Like, hey man, y'all playing for y'all lives right now. Y'all better play well with or without Brandon Sheriff. I don't know, but once Brandon Sheriff got hurt, we actually started moving the ball. I'm pretty sure the offensive line didn't necessarily. I don't know if they played necessarily better overall. I'm not saying Brandon Sheriff is worse than Wes Schweitzer, but I mean, once he left, it didn't make much of a difference, especially negative-wise. If anything, it got a little bit better overall. But we also started running more shotgun, more hurry-up offense, which is what Dwayne Haskins is best at. That's where he threw 50 touchdowns at Ohio State doing. No huddle, shotgun, keeping the pace up, receivers running around, getting open type of thing. Let me see. Offense garbage. My boy W Fig. AT. Bro, I hate Atlanta for that, man. I always hated them. It's always been Atlanta, Patriots, Cowboys, my most hated teams. You know, I'm from Atlanta. The people I've usually trash talk against since I was young, you know, little middle school and all of that, were always Falcons fans. So, at one point, for a long time in my life, the Falcons were the team I hated the most. So, this just adds one more reason to the long list that's already there. So, let me see. Oh, hold up, Argo. I got you after I'm done. My boy Halle Yemi was good. Typical Zach was good. So, I'm sad about that. Bro, yeah, that L was crazy. What's up, D-Dog? What's good, John Shaw? What's good, Typical Zach? We have one loss today. Let's redeem ourselves against the Browns. I agree. Just think about Haskins. So many people jump ship. I think Haskins is still fine. I like Haskins a lot, me personally. All right, Timothy, I'm going to get to you after I get to Argo. After I'm done, just basically just giving my own quick little post-game little synopsis real quick. It's only going to take a couple more minutes. Just wanted to say what's up to everybody. Merle, Michael, Vance, what's happening to everybody. But yeah, offensive line was the biggest reason by far why we lost that game. I would say, I mean, of course, Haskins has to get better. But, I mean, if anything, Haskins had a better throwing game than Kyler Murray as far as accuracy goes. But Kyler Murray is just different. And also, we have to look at it this way. In a vacuum, that was a really bad game, but we have to acknowledge the fact that the Cardinals are one of the best teams in the NFL, probably. Honestly, they're in the best division in football by far. I mean, only the AFC West may be even close to them, and they may be the second best team in that division, if not the best, competing for the best. There's between them and the Seahawks, I think, are the best team in that division. The Rams are pretty good too, but I don't think they're the Cardinals or the Seahawks. And the 49ers would have been really good, but injuries hit them. So we have to remember all of that. Haskins is definitely not the problem. Haskins started heating up once the offensive line actually started blocking for him. And we were able to start throwing relatively deep passes once the offensive line started blocking. That's another reason I don't want to blame Scott Turner too much, because he can't even use his entire playbook because the offensive line can't block enough to even make a lot of his plays happen. So I saw a couple of genius plays from Scott Turner, but overall not a great game from him. Same thing with Haskins. Had some really good moments, but overall not a great game. But that at the end of the day, the catalyst for everything bad was literally the offensive line. We couldn't get things going. We ended up punting 3-and-outs early. Those 3-and-outs, one of them led to a muff punt by Steven Sims, which led to an easy touchdown for the Cardinals. The offensive line is literally the reason all of our struggles happened today. Point blank, period. You saw Antonio Gibson turn into a beast once he's finally got a little bit of blocking. He still had to make like 3 people miss, but he was balling. Yeah, the receivers were, I mean, they got to catch better. Logan Thomas, Dontre Inman, y'all have to do better. But Steven Sims started getting a little going at the end. Terry McLaurin took off. He finally was like, all right, enough is enough. I'm the best receiver in the NFC East. I'm going to show it, even, no matter what y'all got going on. Offensive line, Haskins, Scott Turner, the other receivers, Logan Thomas, whatever. So I'm glad Terry McLaurin was like, all right, I'm taking over this game, point blank, period. I'm glad Dwayne Haskins started to show some potential at the end. He started getting going. One of his dimes was the best throw in the whole game between him and Kyler Murray. Like, he threw a perfect dot to Steven Sims all the way at the sideline near the end of the game. So yeah, it's just once the offensive line gave him some time, Dwayne Haskins can make magic work. And then defensive-wise, we already know that secondary is terrible. Poe babies, Trey Apke, terrible. This was your worst game ever. Last week, we were like, okay, Troy Apke is looking a little iffy, but it wasn't just flat out terrible. Today was terrible. Tackling angles, coverage, everything terrible. Earl Thomas is out there, bro. We might have to hit Buddy up for real. I ain't even gonna lie to you. And then Jimmy Moreland had a bad day. Fabian Moreau had some off plays. Ronald Darby had some off plays. I mean, but going into this matchup, one of the best receiving cores in the NFL. I'm not surprised. But the defensive line did their thing. Chase Young, I don't think he got any significant statistics, but he had a lot of great plays out there. I mean, he had some high IQ awareness. Track a play down from behind because they threw it over his head, and instead of dummy edge rusher just running to the quarterback, go get ball. He had the awareness enough to turn around and know that the ball was going over his head and be the one to go make a tackle and stuff like that. Oh, Chase did get a sack? Okay, bet. I saw a few tackles in the backfield too. Chase still dominated. He still had a great game, but they game plan for him. They double teamed him a lot. Whenever Kyler Murray scrambled, it was usually to the side away from from Chase Young. Just like how Clemson did in the playoffs that one game. You know what I'm saying? They started game plan. The Eagles didn't game plan against Chase Young until third quarter. Cardinals came out immediately game plan for Chase Young as if he was already Julius Peppers. They double teamed him. They ran plays away from him. He scrambled away from him. I mean, they would even throw the ball. If Chase Young's coming from this side, they'll throw the ball this way. So Kyler Murray doesn't even have to worry about that situation. It's just getting to that point. So, and great point, Michael. Chase Young got held almost every snap. So that's another thing. All right, Argo, I'm going to go ahead and bring you on. Let's see how everybody feel. Argo, I'm going to bring you on first. And then Timothy, I got you up next. Thanks for waiting, Timothy. Much appreciated. Hold on. There we go. All right, Argo, what's good, man?
What's good? I was going to say what you exactly just said, straight up when you were going on your rant. Exactly. But, if we just just give Wade Haskins. So, Aaron's going to block better than our offensive line. That's how bad we started off. Going. Yeah. But, we need to appreciate them. I would give the calendar our freaking playbook for 4 games of the freaking preseason. We needed
Yeah, we needed preseason bad. This game showed that we needed preseason really bad this year. We needed it really, honestly, more than any other team in the league.
Yeah. You know the song, Robbery by Juice WRLD? I'm a whole different person. We're a whole different team. That's I'm thinking of a drink for our dog team.
Yeah, our whole team is different. Yeah, our whole team is completely different. Chemistry issues, just like Mr. Finesse said, we got to gel. And then, of course, the offensive line just has to play better, point blank, period. But yeah, man, appreciate you calling in, Argo, man. I'll catch you later.
Okay, see ya.
Alright. And then let me go ahead and bring Timothy on. Again, thank you, Argo. Appreciate you calling in. I love the hype. Love how hype you were and everything. Catch you later, Argo. Alright, my boy Timothy. What's good, man?
What's good, Rico? I finally calmed down. I had to cool off for a little bit because between Kyler Murray, our O-line, and Ron Rivera, I was in a 15 out of 10. I had to calm down.
I hope you didn't break anything.
I don't know. I didn't break anything. I'm not that
okay, bet.
I've gotten to the point where I thought I might break something one time, but I'll always snap back to reality and realize I'm not about to break my own stuff because I'm mad.
You gonna run out of furniture.
I had my My brother lost a game of Madden back in the day, and he broke his own controller. He spent like $40 on the controller. I thought it was really funny at the time, but nah, really, I'm kind of getting tired of us having pieces of what we need for the future in like different years. Like you look at like 2012, and you look at like the year that Alex Smith got hurt. 2 of our best years, and just like any year that's not that year, it's just like we had pieces, and it never goes anywhere. And I'm like, yeah, Chase Young is gonna make a difference overall, but just like we can't. I don't know what we were thinking that one player was really about to change our franchise like in 1 year. Like we need more than just one player. Like we don't address the offensive lines, and it don't matter if we have Chase Young. Like I'm really just trying to figure out. Like I don't know. I feel like football is too mental of a game sometimes. I'm like, if you can hype yourself up to play the way you were playing in the fourth quarter, why can't you come out there and play even half as good as that in the first 3 quarters of the game? I'm like, we can't just keep on thinking that we can scrape along to come back in the fourth quarter. Like, one thing I was just sitting there, I was thinking, I'm like, when it was, I think it was like 4th and 1 or 4th and 2, it was 20-0 when we punted, and I'm just like, why are we punting and it's 20-0? Like, we need.
That is a good point.
We need a first down. That don't make no sense. And like, we went for it, after that. But I'm just like, I don't know. I'm just like, I don't think it was named. Like, it used to be a really big joke. Oh, we're cursed because our name was the Redskins. It's not that, bro. It's always something. We thought, oh, well, it's Jake Rutan. Oh, it's what is that dude's name? We fired him. Everybody wanted him fired. I forget him for a second right now. Like there was like a hack. What was his name? Like we fired him. I forget what his name was. I'm blanking right now. But yeah, like it's always somebody. I feel like now I'm not one of them guys that like in the comments Haskins trash, Haskins doo doo, whatever. Like I'm not that guy. Cause like I was rooting for Haskins even when like we wound up on 4-12. So like I was rooting for the guy. I was rooting when like Case Keenum was just losing 6 games essentially. I was rooting for the man to come off the bench, and then he like lost it for his game with the Giants. I'm like, yeah, put him back on the bench. But I need it. I'm only willing to give Haskins but like so much leeway because I'm like, he's starting to remind me of Kirk Cousins. And when I say that is like, Kirk Cousins isn't a bad football player. And he's not even really, he's like an above average football player. Now, Haskins has, I would think, a better arm, like arm strength than Kirk Cousins does, but they both can like get deep balls out there. Like, you see what happened when Kirk Cousins went to the Vikings, and he had people to throw to, and he had time, he wasn't getting battered, because our O-line has been trash for a long time, so Cousins was getting sacked like nobody's tomorrow when he was on our team anyway. But when you actually have protection, you have somebody who can decently throw the ball, you win football games. They went to the playoffs last year. Now, I don't know what happened today. They played the Colts, right? I don't know what happened today. I don't know what happened with that.
I would say the biggest difference between Haskins and Kirk Cousins, even other than the arm, is that Haskins is a better decision maker. Because that man Kirk Cousins will turn over the ball. That man Haskins hasn't had an interception yet. And that man Kirk Cousins has a safety each game so far this season. And the one, I don't remember the one last week, but the one today was literally his fault. That man was in the end zone for like 7 seconds and didn't think to get rid of it. So I would definitely say decision making.
When I say he reminds me of Kirk Cousins, I'm saying he reminds me of Kirk Cousins when he was on the Redskins, not now. But I'm just like, because Kirk Cousins was one of those so players. Like, he would play really good one game, like come back from a 27-point deficit when we played the Buccaneers. In another game, he would be throwing picks and all this other stuff. Not to say that Haskins is throwing picks, but it's just like, it's too inconsistent. Like, even with like the game we won against the Eagles, it was still kind of inconsistent with Haskins. So I'm like, you had the way that stuff was going in the first half, and then like he came out, you know, he got things going. And then I was like, okay, that's cool. I'm trying to figure out like I'm so mad that Darius Geis did that stupid stuff and got arrested. Because if Darius Geis was still on our team, bro, I think we could even somehow won this game. And I'm just like, why did he have to do something stupid? And it wasn't somebody else that got arrested for like sexual assault or something. This is losing players for dumb stuff, man. And like,
nah, I feel like behind that O line today, no, but I don't think Barry Sanders could have done anything with that. Boy, that was terrible. And I love Antonio Gibson. That's the only reason I don't really miss guys like that.
Bruce Allen, like, and screwing us over with Trent Williams, bro. Like,
yeah, I would love at least that first round pick.
I'm just mad.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
I need Haskins the drops too much. Like, I'm like, come on, man. Like, I'm like, if the ball's gonna get dropped anyway, just put Sprinkle in, because I know Sprinkle will drop the ball. But like, I don't know how it takes 4 quarters to try to get for the ball really to get into Terry McLaurin's hands. Like, why did it take like 4 quarters for this man really to get the ball? Like, and like, I gotta give props to like Antonio Gibson and then like was it J.D. McKissick? I'm like, they did something this game, but I'm just like, Apke, oh my gosh, like, I can't. So like, I'm tired of being disappointed. That's really what it is. And like,
I understand.
I gotta stop being so emotional because like,
I mean, I tried.
when it comes to my team, bro. But,
I tried to warn y'all this year would be weird.
I just know that. Yeah, I just know that this season is not going to be as good as I thought it was going to be, and I just gotta accept that. Like, I think we're going to be able to get some wins out of the season. I think we're going to be able to beat the Bengals. Whatever we said, I think that's like week 11. I don't know. Was it like week 13 that we play the Bengals?
Yeah, somewhere later there, yeah.
Again, the way our O-line is, if we get beat by the Bengals, I don't know how I'm going to feel about that.
Yeah, man, I warned everybody this offseason that this.
I don't know, man.
I said don't expect much out of this team. We're gonna be trying a lot of weird stuff. Like I just tried to warn everybody. But I mean, we do look good. The talent's there. The fact that we beat the Eagles, I think, was just purely off of talent. I think the reason we lost to the Cardinals is because we're not together yet. Our chemistry and like we just had to get everything together like mentally. But I feel like we probably are as talented as the Cardinals. Their biggest X factor is the fact that Kyler Murray may be the league MVP this season. So that's what the difference I felt like it was. But all right, man, I'm going to go ahead and get to the other callers because we have 2 more up. But really appreciate you calling in, Timothy. And I feel you on a lot of those points, man. I do feel you.
No problem, Rico. All right, bro.
All right, man. Appreciate it. All right, let me see. Let me see who we got next. All right, A04 from Richmond, Virginia. What's good? What's happening?
What's up, Rico? It's Merle, man.
Oh, what's good? What's good?
I'm good. You all try supporting you, man, because you do a great job. Keep doing what you're doing.
Bet. Appreciate that, man. You got anything to say about the game? Anything?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, the callers before me, you need a hug, dude. You really need a hug. After that, you know, I think right now the team is doing too much with everything. Like with Scott Turner, he's doing too much with the play callers. He's trying to be tricky and whatnot, and just call play.
I definitely feel that. There were some moments where it was like, what are we doing? I definitely feel that.
Yeah, I'm like, what are we doing? Well, I think JC McKissick needs to get the ball more. I know they want to force Antonio Gibson to be a running back of the future. So right now, JC McKissick is a better runner than he is. He knows what land blocks is, what plays they run. And please let Sadiq Charles be healthy next week. We need him at left tackle bad. Jerome Christian is just not doing it.
Yeah, man.
I'm surprised we see Ismail at left guard either, because Wes Martin's getting beat week after week after week.
Boy, on backpedaling.
I wasn't too sad when Brandon Sheriff went out either, because he hasn't played well this season, from what I've seen either. He got blown up last week by Fletcher Fox, and then he got blown up again by this defensive line, which is, to me, is not that good, other than Chandler Jones. They got manhandled.
Yeah, honestly, when he got hurt, when he got hurt, it didn't get worse. If anything, it kind of got better.
Exactly. Well, once Schweitzer got in it, it looked like they were able to run the ball because if we noticed, they started to run the ball on the right side with behind Schweitzer and Logan Morrison, and we started getting positive yardage.
Exactly.
So that tells you something right there. Roman Thomas, you gotta catch the ball, dude.
Yeah, well, please.
The reason the team is targets, you gotta catch the ball. You just do. And I'm sorry, I believe like Bill Belichick. If you can dress up to play, you should be ready to play. So if Antonio Gandy goalie is dressed up to play, he needs to get out there and play. But what I saw a couple of plays he was out there last week and this week, he can get open and he's catching the ball. So why aren't you using him?
Yeah, he has to be better than what we're seeing from Dontrell Inman. There's no way he's not.
Plus, he's a big guy. He can block. He can help in the running game also. You draft him in the 4th round, use him. Stop going after guys like Hakeem Butler, who's a 50-50 guy catching the ball. You understand? If you needed a wide receiver, you could have won that Denarius Thomas if he really wanted to win this year. He's better than Hitman.
Yeah, I feel that.
I don't have to say defensively. It's just that Troy Apke needs to start getting caught flat-footed.
Boy, man.
In the last 2 weeks, he's been on that route. Until he starts playing flat-footed, you're going to see that route hit him every week. He's got the speed, he just needs to stop being flat-footed.
I mean, the way he's looked these last 2 weeks, I think they're going to just start attacking him now. I think the Browns are going to be like, hey, Baker, get that guy. Throw it towards him, run it towards him, whatever.
You know next week, Odell is looking right there, looking at it, looking at his show. Right there, that's 6 points. Get my one-handed catch ready. Every receiver's going to do that. And another thing, it'd be nice if we, for the money we paid for Kendall Fuller, he actually played.
Yeah, that would have made a difference. That definitely would have made a difference.
Yeah, I'm like, he's been hurt like ever since training camp. How bad can you be? I mean, you on TV and they'll try to get looks on the cameras. Can you see you on the field? he went up tremendously.
Yeah, it was weird too because he practiced in full Wednesday and Thursday, and just full blown, fully healthy. Then Friday he only practiced a little bit, and then out of nowhere he was hurt. And so far, everybody in the chat, I haven't seen anything on Brandon Sheriff. The most recent news I've seen 2 hours ago, nobody knows his exact severity of his injury yet. But I definitely got y'all when I get it.
Well, Rivera always said he wasn't going to put out exactly what the players were hurt because he didn't want to give his opponent the next week any advantages. So we probably won't know that till next Friday.
Oh, that's a good point. Yeah, don't tell them until they need to know.
Well, for all you Washington football fans, let's just calm down. This wasn't supposed to be a playoff season anyway. This is an evaluation season.
I'm with you.
He got what he needs. Next year we're going to have plenty of money on the salary cap. So we'll be one of the richest teams under the salary cap next year. So we can basically get who we want.
Yep, I'm right with you.
Receiver-wise, you can target a guy like Michael Gallup, who's going to be a free agent next year. And Cowboys can't pay him. They already invested a draft pick in C.D. Lamb, and they already invested the money in Amari Cooper. So they're not going to franchise him. They still got to pay Dak, by the way.
Yeah.
So he's going to be available. So you're just going to be playing offensive weapons to pick up over. When I was watching Roman Thomas talk about his roles, I couldn't help but think about how Jordan Reed they caught 2 touchdowns.
I was happy for Jordan Reed. I'm not gonna lie. I was happy for him and Chris Thompson. Yeah, I mean it's not the same, but I'm just happy the fact that he's even playing type of thing.
It would be fun to reach Detroit next year because he's a free agent too, and I don't think they can afford to keep him on in San Francisco.
Yeah, that is true. I like Kenny Galladay's one of the people I'm really looking at next year. I really want Kenny Galladay from the Lions. I would love to get him.
I think they'll franchise him though.
Yeah, that is very likely.
If
Yeah.
See, somebody like Michael Gallup, they'll never franchise them because they got too many people to pay up.
Yeah, he could definitely slip through the cracks. I do agree. But if I had my way, it's definitely my boy Kenny. But man, I really appreciate you calling in. Definitely make sure you call in again. I appreciate all of that, man. The great points. I agree with a lot of it. So yeah, and I love the energy too, man. So I'll catch you next time, bro.
Are you gonna do this every Sunday?
You say what? Sorry.
So you gonna do this every Sunday after the game?
Oh yes, sir. I'm live streaming during every game and right after every game. Yes, sir.
Well, I'll hit you up after the next game, then, man.
All right, yo. After the dub.
All right, much respect.
All right, man. All right, man. Appreciate you calling in. All right, so next up is JJ from 864. What's good, man?
Hey, Rico. How you doing, man? That's Jerome Smith.
Let me go ahead and add you right now. What's good, man? What's good? Go ahead and type that in.
You doing all right?
Yeah, man. I'm chilling over here.
You're going to have to turn this into the suicide watch line, man. I mean, this is ridiculous, man. They love you one week, then the next week they want to bail on you.
Yeah, I do want to get the little. I do want to get that little song they play with the dog commercial with the adopt a dog. I'm trying to get that.
Yeah.
The and the angel, that little thing. I'm about to put it on the back. I'm about to put it in the background of the chat.
Yeah. But I think we're gonna be all right. I tell you what, man, Cameron Curl's gonna be a superstar, man. That boy's gonna be good.
I do see some potential in him. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, he's gonna be good, man. I don't know if you noticed it or not, but when he comes in the game, he gets a lot better. I guess because he's threatened, by this position being taken. But I actually think, man, they actually got into a groove. The man was talking about the offense getting more creative. No, he was saying not to be as creative. But you got to be creative, man, with our offense, man. Our offense, we don't have a number two that can take the pressure off of Terry. And if teams wanted to, they could double Terry all day, So we need to be creative to try to free Terry up, free Steven up, and Dontrell up, But I think we're gonna be all right, man. I think we'll win next week. We'll end up 2-2. So I think we're gonna beat Baltimore. But I think Cleveland, then we'll lose to Baltimore.
Yeah, I mean, again, we really have to remember that the Cardinals might be one of the best teams in the NFL. Like, they're in the hardest division in football by far, and they might be the best team there. I mean, right now, the Seahawks are losing to the Patriots. The Cardinals literally might be number one in their division right now. Well, I mean, Rams are 2-0 too, but I definitely think they're better than the Rams. It's between the Cardinals and the Seahawks at the top, Rams third, and now the 49ers are fourth with all of their injuries. So we have to look at the fact that the Eagles were division champs last year. Even though they were hurt, we beat them. And then, we didn't just get blown away by the Cardinals, and they may be one of the best teams in the NFL point blank period. Kyler Murray might be an MVP by the end of the season.
Yeah, that's true. They took their bumps last year, but they won a lot of close games too last year, remember?
Yeah, and they only got better.
And yeah, so we're gonna take our bumps this year. We won that first game, and people are disappointed because of our second game. I'm like, man, calm down.
I think people thought after we beat the Eagles, it was 11-5.
Yeah, exactly. It's gonna be all right.
So now people's predictions went. Oh, go ahead.
When like you said earlier, when Brandon Sheriff went out, the Lions it didn't get worse.
Yeah,
they started blocking a little better.
Yeah, boy, crazy, but it's the truth.
Yeah, it is. It seems like they started blocking better, man. But Ron's a good coach. Defensive coordinator's a good defensive coordinator. We just got beat by a better team today.
Yeah, it happens. So, we're just not there yet. I didn't going into this offseason, I didn't think we were gonna be there yet. Even with Ron Rivera, Jack Del Rio.
You said it.
Yeah, I just didn't think we were about to go 11-5. I knew it was gonna be a struggle, but we were gonna have games that showed that we can be great. And I'm expecting 2021 and beyond for us to finally be that team that everybody thinks we probably are right now.
Yeah, that's true. One more question, Rico. Did you ever get those the street scores, the math?
Yes, sir.
I don't see them on the website.
Yes, sir. It's under the day. I got the day nervous ones. Matter of fact, are you still in the stream right now? Because I can literally show you.
The street score though?
You say what happened?
You don't have the street score? You don't have one with say street score on?
It says street scores on the front and it has day nervous on it. Let me show let me see. Or do you talking about just street scores by itself?
I'm out there nervous. I'm on one with street score.
Oh, okay. Then I got you then. I'll go ahead and hook that up then.
Yeah, I want one with that because I got the sweatshirt.
Oh, okay. Bet. Appreciate that.
Sweatshirt. Yeah.
Oh, let me write that down then. Let me do a street scores only mask then. Alright, bet. I got you, man. Appreciate it. I mean, I appreciate you asking for it, so that's easy.
Yeah. That was me that sent you that on last week. I appreciate it, man. Everything you do, man.
Man, I appreciate you calling in. I appreciate your input, man. For real.
Oh, yeah. All right. Thank you, Rico.
All right, man. I'll catch you next week.
All right.
All right.
Be good.
All right, Rich, let me unmute you, and you are next up, and then after that, it'll be 919 to Worldwide Tech. All right, man. Rich, what's good, man?
What's good, man? Hold on. Before we start this off, everybody calm down. Please calm down. I just got out of Louis T stream. And, I wasn't as hype as y'all, but, first off of what I've seen, the offensive line needs work. And we thought that, obviously, Morgan Moses, the second greatest offensive lineman of all time next to Joe Jacoby, had a good game. We started playing a lot better once Brandon Sheriff got down. I don't know why. I'm starting to think that Brandon Sheriff is just a popular name, but I'm trying to hold back on that. What else? Haskins, guys. Did you see Haskins last season? Did you see Haskins once the O-line started blocking? Did you see that, guys? Hold on, everybody in the chat. Nah. Y'all was hating earlier. Where y'all at now? Throwing dots. D-O-T-Z. Z, not no S. It was with a Z. Like, he could do it, it's just we need consistency. If you're mad at his consistency, I'm right with you. But if you're mad that he's not being accurate at all, then you're not watching the football games. It's simple as that.
Yeah, bro. Once he finally had some blocking, once he finally had some receivers a little bit open, you saw what Haskins could do. Oh, hold on. When I'm talking, I got to turn it down. But yeah, once Haskins was finally had some blocking, once receivers got a little open, that you saw him produce. You that one dot to Steven Sims near the end.
Haskins in the comments.
Yeah. I'm still befuddled by it.
First off, I'm the lead mod here, so whenever you have some type of Morgan Moses slander in the chat, you're getting that comment is getting removed. Once he got that penalty, y'all was on his dome, y'all was on his head. I deleted every single comment there was that was slandering Morgan Moses. I'm not playing, so just don't waste your time with it, because it'll get deleted anyways.
What made you a Morgan Moses fan? How did that start?
It's just fun. It's fun. It's that simple. It's fun.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it. Anything else you wanted to say?
Terry did his thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hey guys, don't give up on Logan Thomas. Stop the Logan Thomas hate. First off, he's doing a good job for someone that doesn't yet know the position. A great job for someone who doesn't yet know the position fully. And plus, he has the quarterback background, so he knows all of that. All he needs to do is get his hands positioning right. One thing that if he could just get a little bit more burst or a little bit more oomph or acceleration, then we have something we could work with. Because a lot of times, yes, Rico, you're right. Haskins was throwing. He was trying to throw to him, but the dude's slow. He looks like Thaddeus Moss out there. It wouldn't be a difference. It's not that he's horrible, it's just he's slow.
Yeah, and
not much you can do about it. It's not even a bad thing. It's not a bad thing.
And one thing I gotta say about Logan Thomas is one positive is that we've never heard We've never heard about him missing a block. Now, you remember them Jordan Reed, Vernon Davis days. We had great receiving tight ends, but we would be like, bruh, that block. Come on now. That would have been a 10-yard run if Jordan Reed and Vernon Davis would have just blocked at least a little well. So those days, at least that seems to be over with Logan Thomas. And like you said, he's new to the position. He's going to learn it and get better, and I'm expecting bigger things out of him in the future.
Oh, yeah, and another thing that I got from Louis T, because he does kind of the same thing as you, says y'all take different things from it. They're a dink and dunk offense. There's not much you could do sack-wise. First off, we pressured Kyler Murray a bunch, especially for Kyler Murray and the offensive line that they have. We did a great job with that. And he's a very scared quarterback, obviously very small quarterback, and they throw dink and dunks. That's who they are. And also, guys, get off of Jerron Christian's neck. I'm a Louisville fan, so I have to stand up for him now. Okay, so guys, please listen. He went against Chandler Jones, the dude that's been leading the league in sacks for the past, 4 years now? Did you guys not realize that? Did you guys just not forget about that? Is that what happened? Did you guys forget Chandler Jones was on in the whole game? Is that what happened? Did you guys forget that, or was that just me? I was struggling to find how y'all thought Jerron Christian was gonna hold Chandler Jones. I wasn't expecting him to hold him, but he did. He didn't do absolutely horrible. I don't even know if Chandler Jones got a sack. I don't.
He got one at least.
Got a lot of pressure.
I remember him hitting. Well. No, he got one on Dwayne Haskins. I remember. I think it was a fumble. It was something. He got a lot of hits on Dwayne Haskins. I don't remember sacks, but he did get some hits.
He literally ran into the ball like it was right time, right place when he got that fumble recovery. He literally just ran into the ball. He was there at the right time. That's all it was. But hold on. If you would let me stay here, is there anybody behind me?
Let me see. Oh, yeah, there's one person 919. But after we're done with him, if nobody calls in, you can call back. But I definitely want to go ahead and get him next up.
Just a real quick comment.
Okay.
I just have a real quick comment. Come on, Falcons. Falcons, oh, man. Come on, man. Please. That was pitiful. That was pitiful.
Yeah, we all hate the Falcons around here, bro. We already know that. It's up there. It's stuck there.
Okay.
You say what?
And then look at that onside kick. That's all I gotta say. Look at that onside kick. You're gonna be like, how did this happen? All right, I'm done. See you later.
All right, man. Appreciate it, Rich. I haven't seen it yet, but when I see it, I'll let you know. All right, let me see. Let me see if I can fix the. So I tried to put it closer because people said they couldn't hear the callers. And then there was no buzzing when they were a little bit lower. And then y'all said, and then when I made them louder, I guess it's buzzing again. So I'm going to try lower, and then I'm going to try to raise the mic levels up and just try to keep it away from the mic. But all right, let me go ahead and bring my boy 919 in here. What's good, man? Who is this?
Yo, what up, man? What's up, Rico?
What's good?
Chilling, man. This is 007, Redskins 007. You can put me on that. I might call in from time to time.
Okay. I'm not even going to lie. I thought you were white this whole time.
No, I'm actually Middle Eastern. But,
okay.
Listen, man, I think this game we got to chalk it up as, we got outplayed. It was a better team, and they were just, a little bit ahead of us in the game plan. They spread out Kyler Murray like they should have. Mm-hmm. And we didn't get a chance to really put pressure on them. And the dink and dunks, they won the game. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I think with Haskins, I think people are judging him a little too quickly because if you look at the game, they had penetration the whole time. Like, they were putting him in situations where he should have thrown the ball away a couple times, but he held on to it. But if you look at the defense, every time Chandler Jones had an effect. No matter if he didn't get to the quarterback or not, he had an effect on it. So I think we just came across a situation where we got outplayed. You know what I mean? And I'm really curious to see the rookie left tackle. I saw his profile. I want to see if he's good because I think he might be legit. He might be, but I don't know if he, I'm kind of excited about that guy, to be honest. But he hasn't been on the field, so we don't know if he's any good,
Yeah, hopefully he'll be back in the next couple of weeks.
Yeah, hopefully that'll happen. They should give him a shot, But, overall, I'm pretty excited about the team. You look at Gibson, you look at McLaurin. I think they should put Haskins in more fast-paced situations, too. Like, just say fucking high-tempo offense. Fuck it,
Yeah.
They need to do that because that's what Haskins thrives in, and he does very well. So if the defenses have a chance to, set, Haskins doesn't seem to do as well. So why not put him in the best situation and go high tempo,
Yeah, especially with the offensive line being so bad, high tempo makes them look way less bad. As you can see, once Brandon Sheriff got hurt and we switched to up tempo, if anything, our offensive line got better.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think this was one of those games where we just came across a team that was just, a couple steps ahead of us, and our defense is legit. I still say our defense is top 5 still, but we came across a team with a quarterback that's super elusive, and we didn't have too many answers for him because we didn't have shit on the offense. So, you can't, when our defense literally had them backed up to their touchdown. They kicked the ball, we kicked the ball to our 40 and we fumble it. It's like, what the hell? You just gave up the game, dude. You can't do that. And if you do that against a bad team, you got a good chance. But you can't do that against a team that's halfway decent. They'll just take advantage, and like we did to the Eagles last week, they pretty much did to us with our turnovers.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
And I love the point that you said that they're a couple of steps ahead of us, because I didn't really think about it. But really, the way they look last year is how we kind of are this year, where it's a lot of new pieces, new head coach, new offense, rookie quarterback. Because to me, technically, this is rookie. This is Dwayne Haskins' rookie season. Honestly, to me. So, honestly, we're really right now a snapshot of what the Cardinals were last year. They had a lot of close games. They lost to teams that, were just better than them. They beat teams that they were better than. And, but you can see the potential. And now look at them this year. So, I think we'll have a similar trajectory to the Cardinals. How they last year, I feel like them last year is us this year. And them this year is what we'll look like next year. Especially after another draft. Another free agency where we'll have top 3 cap space. It'll be the first time that our entire front office and coaching staff has been here for that free agency. So we should bring in a lot of guys that we personally not just the big names, but the guys that fit what we're trying to do. So again, I don't think this year was just make or break. This is our first year with a lot of stuff. We're the team in the NFL that needed preseason the most by far. And yeah, I'm just expecting us to be great next year, but I'm expecting us to show a lot of promise this year.
Yeah, I definitely agree with that. I'm gonna say one more thing. Haskins definitely, this is his first year because this is his only year that he's really getting a fair shake. Coaches are on his side. They're giving him a game plan. They're working with him. And last year it was 3 different fucking quarterbacks. It was just a shit show last year. Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
So, moving on from that, this year, I think we just need to find out which one of our rookies are legit, which one of them needs to stay, who needs to go, and hopefully we make the playoffs and make some crazy run or something, but, I don't think that's likely, but I think it's possible. I think we could still win the division. It's not, out of the realm, but I think really this year we're just finding out who are the players on this team and who do we need for next year, because we obviously need tight ends. We obviously need to shore up our offensive line, and we definitely need some help, in wide receiver. We need, just imagine if we had a Hopkins out there. Look at the difference that made for the Cardinals.
Exactly.
That was huge. So that's it, man. It was nice calling in, but definitely a supporter, and keep doing what you're doing, man.
Man, appreciate that, man. I remember you during the draft part of the season, April, man. You was blowing up the chat with the donations, man. I'll never forget you, bro. So yeah, definitely. Whenever you call in, I got you saved as Redskins 007. That's easy money.
All right, no problem. Later, man.
All right, man. Catch you next week. All right, let me bring on 512, and Joseph will get to you afterwards. What's good, 512? Who is this?
This is Jimmy.
Oh, this is Jimmy. Holla at Jimmy.
Yep.
All right, bet. I'm adding you. Let me add that in there right there. Let me add that in there. What's good, channel member? What's happening?
Man, it is what it is. I'm just, I'm tripped out because I'm listening to the callers and I'm looking in the chat, and I don't think they realize that we were in the bottom of the basement last year.
Yep.
We've been subpar for dang near a decade. Rome wasn't built in a night, and our franchise has a lot of work to do. I think that we just need to calm down. Let's just let things play itself out. I don't think we're that bad. I just think we've got some rough ends. Our line is subpar, but we knew that going in. The quarterback position will be all right. I mean, nobody can throw when you don't have time. I don't care how good you are. If you don't have time, you can't throw the ball.
Yep.
So it's just going to take some time. They got to give this man a chance. I mean, you don't have to give him a chance, but it only makes sense. And half the people that are crying about the way Haskins played was sucking up to Kirk Cousins. Kirk Cousins was straight trash. So, I mean, give the man some time. He's going to get better. When, I don't know. He needs to hurry up. He's going to get better. I mean, I've been a Redskins fan for 50 years, man. So I've seen the good times, I've seen the bad times. Man, I've seen us get mollywopped in a Super Bowl. So it's just one of those things, man, where either you're on the wagon or you're off. And, stop sounding like Cowboys fans. Because that's exactly how we sound. Just like, and I live in Dallas. We sound just like Cowboys fans. Always crying. It's just crazy.
Yeah, man. I'm super in don't panic mode. I'm right with you. I don't personally understand the panic. I came into this season thinking this was gonna be a trial and error season, and then the Eagles game was just like, okay, we're a little bit further ahead than I thought, but I didn't think us beating the Eagles at home was just like, oh yeah, we're going undefeated this season. So this loss to the Cardinals is like, wait, I'm lost. Like I still think we're just as good as we were after the Eagles game after this Cardinals loss. I mean, to me, it's still the same team. This is what I was hoping. I thought we had a good chance, but like somebody made a point earlier, they just out-schemed us. They made sure, I think it was Redskins 007, like they made sure Kyler Murray was in space, and they knew that our offensive line could be taken advantage of, and they attacked it.
Supposed to play when you have no offensive line? I mean, what do you expect our quarterback to do? I think they think we got Moses at quarterback. Because they expect this man to do miracles. I'm not expecting that. I'm expecting them to try to stay safe. Because they are killing that young man.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, man. Let me turn my volume back down. Man, appreciate the call, man. Definitely appreciate the call, and I definitely agree with a lot of your points. I definitely feel like it's don't abandon ship. I'm chilling, bro. I think Haskins gonna get better, especially once he gets an offensive line that lets him be better. I mean, we saw towards the end of the game, he started throwing dots. I mean, Dwayne Haskins' best throws that game were better than Kyler Murray's best throws that game. Kyler Murray just has the legs to make his situation work when his offensive line is breaking down. Dwayne doesn't. So if we have a great offensive line, Dwayne Haskins can be just as effective as a Kyler Murray, if not more effective, just actual throwing wise. But Kyler Murray just made plays with his legs, and it was just nothing we can do, especially with Troy Apke back there as our last line of defense, taking them terrible angles.
That joker right there, boy. Terrible angles. Terrible.
Yeah.
I did want to say one more thing real quick.
Mm-hmm.
When do they expect Bryce Love to come back?
To be completely honest, I'm not really sure. I mean, they said in camp at some point he looked great. Like, he should be our number one running back. Ron Rivera even said, quote, he could be a third down guy that's on the field every play, unquote. But I think he may have had a regression in his health. Like, maybe his leg was a little bit worse than they thought. I'm not exactly sure. They haven't necessarily reported on it. I don't know. Maybe they just like J.D. McKissick and they're holding Bryce Love for later. They may try to get him out there occasionally, and I think they feel like this season may already be a sacrifice season, and they may just be saving him for real for the 2021 and beyond once we finally have the offensive line there to block well for him and all of that. So I feel like right now, they just I think if we had to, like if today was a playoff game, I feel like Bryce Love probably would have been in there, honestly.
That's my boy. And I'm just waiting for him.
Yeah, I love Bryce Love too, man.
Well, bro, thanks for having me again. Take care, and I'll catch you next week.
All right, man. Much appreciated, man. Thanks for the call. And again, as always, catch you next week. And I just got to say thank you for being a channel member, bro. Thank you. I always got to thank y'all for that. Yes, sir, man. But, yeah, appreciate it, and I'll catch you next week, man.
All right, dude.
All right. All right, my boy Joseph is up. What's good, man?
What's good, bro?
What's happening?
What's happening? I'm not gonna hold you. Your boy Rich is right. Jerron Christian held Chandler Jones. Chandler Jones did not do shit in this game, but he had forced fumble return. He literally had 0 tackles, 0 assists, 0 sacks. He did nada. He
okay.
The game whatsoever.
Rich in the chat said thank you, sir, in all caps, just to let you know.
And I'm low-key surprised that nobody's talking about that drop that Taylor McLaurin had.
Boy, yeah.
But if he would have caught that, that probably would have been like, I wouldn't say a 6, but it would have been like a good momentum swing.
Mm-hmm. Julio Jones had a similar drop for the Falcons earlier in that game. And I already knew after he dropped that, they was going to just fold that game away. You could already see it. So, yeah. I mean, Terry McLaurin still had a great game overall, but you got to catch those. That was a dot from Haskins. I mean, he put it where it needed to be.
Yeah. And then the secondary didn't do that bad because we held D-Hop to like 68 yards.
Yeah, it seems worse because it was a lot of third down plays, and then there was a lot of mental errors like the Landon Collins where somebody was just wide open. But, like, overall, it wasn't just D-Hop just killing us like he used to last year for the Texans. Or even what he did against the 49ers. He went crazy against the 49ers last week. He did not do that to us. Yeah, the score makes it look worse than it actually was, especially with the Steven Sims muff punt, the Landon Collins, I don't know what he was doing on that play, easy touchdown to D-Hop. But, like, other than that, they didn't play, like, completely terrible, and towards the end they were gassed, so I can't even blame them for a lot of what happened late.
Yeah, and especially if we had the offensive line, bro, we would not, come on now. If we had the offensive line, we would have won. I probably would have been like 37-30 or 33-30, but we would have won. We would have found a way.
Yeah, I mean the offensive line was the center of every problem because the reason Haskins didn't get going till late, offensive line. The reason we couldn't run the ball consistently, we had some great plays, but we couldn't run it all game, offensive line. The reason the defense was tired, the offensive line. The offensive line was the reason we were going 3 and out so often. So that by the time the fourth quarter came, the defense was just completely tired. So I mean, literally, the offensive line is the center of all of our problems right now.
But bold prediction for next week: Chase Young gets like 3 sacks.
I'm feeling that. He didn't have a dominant statistic game today, but he did dominate. I mean, you could tell the Cardinals' game plan for him, the way they double teamed him, the way they ran plays away from him, and then some of the plays Chase Young still made, even though they were trying to get away from his side. Chase Young showed why he's going to be special. It was one of those games just like against Clemson in the playoffs last year, where since, Chase Young didn't have a sack, they were like Chase Young didn't show up in a big moment. But if you literally look at the film, Chase Young impacted that game in every way, and that's similar to how he was today.
Yeah. I mean, they was holding him, but he still got a sack. So,
Yep. Yeah, he's going to do something. You can't hold him too long. Kelvin Beachum is not enough. Alright, man, appreciate that, Yimmy. I'll definitely catch you. I mean, that's my fault, Joseph. I appreciate that, Joseph. I'll definitely catch you next week, and I'll see you in fantasy soon.
Alright, bro.
Alright, man.
Take care.
Alright. Alright, we got 931. What's good, man?
What's up, man? How you doing?
What's good? You in Nashville?
Nah, I'm in Savannah. I'm military.
Oh, okay, bet. Oh, okay, you closer to me then.
Yeah, man. Our offensive line look horrible, man. We need another stud receiver too.
Yeah, bro. It can't just be the Terry McLaurin show all day, bro.
He got to give him that secondary in the back, man.
Yeah, definitely. Terry McLaurin can't do it all himself, bro. I mean, it got to the end, he was like, all right, I'm just going to take over. But we need somebody in between and before.
I ain't want to hold you up. I just want to call in and let you know, man, you're doing good stuff and everything, man. I appreciate you. I support you, brother.
Man, much appreciated, man. All the way from Savannah, too. You further south than I am.
Definitely.
Alright, man. Appreciate. Oh, let me save you. What's your name?
Ben.
Ben. Alright, bet. I'm gonna say Ben from Savannah. Bet. Alright, man. Appreciate you calling in, man. I'll catch you next time.
Alright.
Alright. Alright, we reached the end of the caller list. Oh, well, 2 minutes till 9, so, I mean, I guess that's kind of a good time to stop. We about to stop at 9. I might do, like, a quick game review video real quick just to put that out there, just to, give everybody something to watch and everybody to go into the comment section of so we can chat it up and really break down what our most pressing issues are right now. But, for these last 2 minutes, I can just get to the chat, so it's good. Let's talk about Daniel Jones, 19 fumbles, 15. Bro, Daniel Jones is not it, bro. And Saquon's hurt. Oh, they about to really see how Daniel Jones is not it. Their offensive line might be better than ours, and Daniel Jones looks worse than Haskins. Well, he has his moments where he looks better, and he has a lot of moments where he looks worse. I mean, turnover machine. Dwayne Haskins doesn't have a single interception this season. As bad as people think he's been, Dwayne Haskins does not have an interception, and he literally had the same QBR as Kyler Murray. We're very promising, though. That defensive front seven is legit. Bro, Kevin Pierre-Louis is out there doing his thing. John Bostic was out there making open field tackles. I'm going to admit, I was a little wrong about John Bostic. I didn't think he was bad, but he does look better than what I thought he was going to be. Dwayne Haskins seems confused under pressure on horrible. I mean, that's most quarterbacks, though. Unless you're Kyler Murray, Lamar Jackson, when you're under pressure, you're struggling. Even Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs didn't score. I think they had 7 points still in the fourth quarter. That's because the Chargers were able to get pressure on them. I mean, even the great Pat Mahomes, who is supposedly the best quarterback in the league, when there's pressure in your face, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? And he has a better receiving core than us. He has a better offensive line than us. So, like, what's his excuse? Like, if Dwayne Haskins looks like that, what is Pat Mahomes' excuse? You know what I'm saying? So I definitely don't give up on Dwayne Haskins. Once we started blocking, you saw him getting into a rhythm. That dot to Steven Sims, the dot to Terry McLaurin that he dropped. You know what I'm saying? Again, I'll say it again. Kyler Murray had a better overall game than Dwayne Haskins, of course. But I would definitely say that Haskins' best throws looked better than Kyler Murray's best throws. And Kyler Murray was overthrowing people all the time. But yeah. I definitely need him to get better. I'm going to need him to get better. Offensive line is not the only excuse, you know what I'm saying? Haskins also played a part in that loss. I mean, the offensive line has to be way better. And they're the primary problem, the center of everything that was wrong today. But Haskins still has to be better. It shouldn't take the offensive line being almost great and you being in a super rhythm for you to get right. You know what I'm saying? So I do need Haskins to be better. He has to take a lot of responsibility for that too. But to say Dwayne Haskins sucks is out of line though. You scheme to take advantage of your strengths and protect your weaknesses. The O-line sucks, call better plays. And I do agree. Scott Turner had some plays that I was like, okay, he looks like a genius right here. But overall, he did have a lot of plays that was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why we're trying to do these 5-step drops when we know the offensive line is terrible. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I do blame Scott Turner for a lot of that, too. I blame the offensive line the most by far. I would blame Scott Turner probably the second most. Distant second, though. Really distant from the offensive line. And I'll put Haskins under that. And I'll put the receivers up there with somewhere with Scott Turner. Because, boy, between the tight ends and the receivers, they got to catch those passes, man. Haskins still learning new offense with no offseason or preseason. Tommy T, great point. We need left offensive line talent. Yeah, bro, please. His offensive line is terrible. Haskins seems as if he has no pocket awareness and turn his play calling his bad. Dang. All right, y'all, man. I really appreciate y'all pulling up for the live stream, man. Y'all know we do this every week. We live stream during the game, take an hour break, come back after the game, post-game live stream when y'all call in, and we just review everything. He said we need our 2 months. Bro, Rich, remember, during the offseason, teams with new head coaches are supposed to start like OTAs and all of that like a month early or something, or at least a couple of weeks. So we didn't get that. We didn't get OTAs. We didn't get rookie mini camps. We didn't get mini camps. We barely got a training camp, and we got no preseason. And if there was any year that I can remember since I've been alive, I'm 25, that we needed an offseason the most, it was this year. Because this is by far the most changes we've ever made as a franchise over the course of one season. So the fact that we beat the Eagles, the fact that we even had the heart to kind of come back against the Cardinals, I respect it, and I see a bright future in this team. Haskins, everybody. Just needs to get that offensive line straight, need to get that safety group straight, need to get more playmakers for Haskins, and I think we're going to be really good. I really think 2021 and beyond, after another draft, another free agency, I really think we should be winning the division, honestly. That's exactly how I feel, to be honest. Good night, bro. All right, James. I have a rule. You never blame a skunk for stinking. It's your job to know it's a skunk and act accordingly. That's a good point. I can't be mad at it. We knew our offensive line was bad. Scott Turner needs to adjust to that. That definitely is on him. Again, I blame the offensive line the most by far. I would say Scott Turner and the receivers are like a distant second, third, or whatever. And then Haskins, I would say, is fourth. But I'm definitely not alleviating the Haskins of any of his issues and weaknesses. He still needs to play better. He needs to figure out how to get into a rhythm sooner despite his offensive line being bad. But at the end of the day, Pat Mahomes. The Chiefs went into the fourth quarter with 7 points for a reason, bro. The offensive line was getting dominated by the Chargers. So if Pat Mahomes can have a bad day because his offensive line is terrible, so can Dwayne Haskins. They ended up just winning that game because just the receivers are just different. They have more playmakers. Their play calling right now is better. Eric Bieniemy and Andy Reid are just those dudes, and they recovered. And of course, Pat Mahomes is better than Dwayne Haskins. But still, like even Pat Mahomes struggled until the fourth quarter. Scott Turner don't know what the offense is capable of. It's the first season. That's what I'm saying. Safety players suspect paying Collins too much. Yeah, we are paying Landon Collins too much money. I like him in the box, but him in coverage is a struggle, and there's no reason we should be paying somebody that can't cover that much money. But I love Landon Collins in the box. I mean, as a hybrid hybrid linebacker, he's great. Haskins seems good in 2-man clock. That's the only thing I see he's mastered. Yeah, that's literally. I mean, I would say he's decent at other things. Like, I'm not saying he's terrible at other things, but yeah, he's definitely mastered 2-minute offense. Everything else, he's working on it. He's not terrible. I see a lot of potential, but 2-minute offense, we can depend on Dwayne Haskins to move the ball and get us a touchdown. That's a fact. We already know that. Despite the offensive line being one of the worst, if not the worst in the league. But all right, y'all, man, y'all already know. Every Sunday, live stream during the game. Take a break, come back, post-game live stream where y'all can call in with that number. I'm going to catch y'all later. I'm probably going to do like official game review tomorrow so we can like really talk it out. So I can really look over the film and talk about it and all of that stuff. I will catch y'all later. I really appreciate everybody that called in, everybody in the chat, man. You say you can't fix everything in one off season. I agree. We didn't even have a full... Exactly, Rich. We're literally... This is technically our 0 season. Not our first, our 0. Because we didn't even get a chance. We really didn't get any chance. Troy Kratky, I like that. Looks like when he finds his rhythm, he will be special. I agree, Nathan. I do. Once the offensive line blocks for him, once Scott Turner knows how to call better plays, once we get some more playmakers, like maybe like a Jamar Chase in the draft, I think the sky's the limit, honestly, for Dwayne Haskins. But he's not one of those quarterbacks that handles pressure very well. And that's on his part. He does have to get better at that. But at the same time, quarterbacks just shouldn't be dealing with pressure like that. And again, Pat Mahomes and the Chiefs went into the fourth quarter with 7 points today. That just lets you know how much pressure can affect even supposedly the best quarterback in the NFL. But yeah, man, great points, everybody. I'll catch y'all next week. You already know I'm gonna try to figure out who I want to do some film sessions on. Probably do Antonio Gibson. May do another Chase Young one just to, show that he didn't have as bad of a game as some other people may. I know us and Burgundy and Gold Nation know that he had a huge impact. But you know what I'm saying? I might do like a Troy Apke film session. So I'll see y'all throughout this week with random videos, any news that come out. But at the latest, I'll see y'all Friday night with the typical podcast. Me and my boy Shay, we do. He didn't even throw a pick. Let him know, Jalen Haskins has not thrown a pick this season. Let him know. But yeah, and then at the latest, I'll see y'all this Friday with a live stream, and then of course I'm live streaming every Sunday, every game during, and we take a break, come back an hour later, have a post game after every game during this season. I'll catch y'all later. I appreciate y'all pulling up.